Hello everyone, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Kaneohe Bay. It's September 3rd, 2014. Thought we'd talk a little bit about the sales process. Now, you know, one of the things that I'm going to talk to you about may really irritate some sales trainers and some managers and owners of companies, but I really want you to understand this concept and think about it before you apply it, okay? Can you make that agreement with me? I'm going to shake your hand. Can you make that agreement with me? Cool. So, you know, as a salesperson, I work with guys and I'll tell them, hey, you should try this or you should do that. And they go, hey, you know, I can't do that. It's going to get me thrown out of a sales call. And I have to let them know, you know, buyers expect you to ask certain things and be a certain way in the sales process, and a lot of times what people think is going to get them kicked out of a sales call isn't that thing. So the first thing is, you know, when I work with somebody and I say, when was the last time you got kicked out of a sales call? And they're like, I've never been kicked out of a sales call. Okay, I know that I need to push their boundaries further. Now, salespeople tend to not want to go further because they're thinking, you know, I got to be nice, I got to be polite, which are all really cool things. I'm not telling you to not be polite or not be nice, but you got to push. Not push the envelope in a bad way or in an unethical way, but you got to push the envelope in asking the questions and figuring out what's going to happen. Because here's the thing. If you're going to have somebody get a product for you or buy a product for you or do something for you, do you want the guy who's going to like, you know what, everything's going to be okay? Or do you want the guy who, if something's going to go wrong, he's going to push for it to get fixed? Because if you don't go through the process and you don't do a little bit of pushing, then that person's going to go, well, you know what? If this guy doesn't push for it here, he's not ever going to push for anything if I need to get it fixed or need to get it dealt with, okay? So when was the last time you got kicked out of a sales call? And when was the last time you got a complaint? Those are the first two questions I ask people when I work with them. And if they tell me they never had a complaint and they've never been kicked out of a call, I know I got a lot of work cut out for me because I have to work with them to get them more of an edge. And one of the things is when you have just a little bit of an, not too much, but just a little bit of an edge, you get questions answered for the most part easier. But here's the thing, you get the persona and question abilities, you really got to work on this. So when I got started, I said, hey, think about this, watch this video a couple of times. You know, roll it around. Don't just go out and try this stuff. Go think about it, figure out how you're going to do it. But at the same time, when you ask a question, you got to figure out a polite way to ask the question. This is one of the the eye-opening things for me, because I listen to sales trainers and I listen to people talk, and you got to remember that in the sales process, when people tell you what's going on, they either undersell the information and they shortcut however much whatever they said is going to happen, or they oversell and they elaborate and it's not really what they said. So you got to figure out a polite way to ask these questions, and I get that, and I'm telling you to push the envelope, but figure out a polite way to do it. So like when somebody tells me no, I ask them what's preventing us from moving forward, okay? That's one of the polite ways of me saying, hey, what's really going on in this process? You know, earlier you said that you could give me an answer, so what's preventing us from moving forward at this point? It's a politer way of doing it. So here's the thing, if you get complaints, if you get cancellations, that should be normal in the sales process. If you're getting a lot of them, that means it's not normal. And you know what? People sometimes are just really sensitive to what's going on. I've met with people, and right off the bat, within the first 5 minutes, they're like, Scott, we don't like you. We are not ever gonna buy anything from you. We don't like you. All right, cool. I have no problem with that. That happens. I've also met with people within the first 5 minutes, they're like, Scott, we love you. We're gonna buy from you. It happens. There's probably people watching this video, they're like, Scott, I don't like you. I'm okay with that. If you're watching, you're like, Scott, I love you. I'm okay with that too. Either way, just know you're gonna have to push some boundaries, and what you're thinking is gonna get you kicked out of a sale or get you a complaint probably won't. So go ahead and ask those questions. Be polite about it. If you're getting too many complaints, getting kicked out of a call, that means that there's a problem. But if it's occasionally happening, good. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. If you're a sales trainer, I don't care. Don't leave me a message. I don't want to know. To the right or to the left, there's a subscribe button. You can hit that also, and then there's a thumbs up. That would be cool too. And then there's like Stumble Upon Facebook, Twitter, Google+. You can send it out to all your friends. Scott Sylvan Bell, only Scott Bell with a silver in the middle. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.